Felix meows too much in the night, he goes to kitty prison, which is the spare bedroom. And then in the morning, when I go to wake him up, he's a little sweetheart. Aren't you a little sweetie? Love you, buddy. I slept so bad. This is actually my third day in a row of sleeping terribly. But I have really bad early morning insomnia, particularly if I see any light in the morning. And because it's so bright so early, the light just hits my eyes and my brain's like, daytime, let's rip. So I'm so tired. All I want to do is go back to bed. But instead I'm gonna go to jiu-jitsu and lift some weights. Oh, I'm so tired. I should have slept in today. I am so tired. Tiredest guy in the world. Eric's got a concert tonight. Oh my gosh, I want to go to it. I need a nap. But I also have to do schoolwork today. I'm so tired. Well, this is what I'm up to now. Kitties and Halo. Alright, I did jiu-jitsu, I lifted weights, I played some Halo. Now, time to make my to-do list and do some work. I have to write 3 tests total for my course this weekend, which I'm not hyped about, but that's okay. So I'm going to write 1 today for sure. And then, who knows what else I'm going to do. Should post a vlog. It's been a few days. That's okay. Oh, you can't see me at all. Well, maybe a little bit. But I wrote a couple tests for school today, and now I'm tired. So I'm taking a nap. I'm trying to take a nap, and then Eric's got a concert tonight. There is nothing like when you climb into bed and you got a warm blanket. That's the best feeling ever. And the cats aren't going crazy. Hopefully I can get a little naparoo here. Been reading my newest book, The Wave. It's really interesting. It's about this guy who kind of runs a Nazi type experiment at school, and he kind of gets these people into a group identity. And it's this just big allegory of how people could get involved in Nazism and kind of go along with it. But it's really interesting because it presents, okay, so I have to back this up a little bit. So when I got my exercise physiology license, you have to do a bunch of shadowing hours. And I did a bunch of my shadowing hours at a psychiatric hospital, where I met a lot of the psych patients there. And what's really interesting is that when they're in the hospital and they're medicated and everything's kind of done for them, their meals are cooked, they have a bedtime, they have their day structured for them, all these decisions are kind of taken care of for them. They do really well. They're normal, fun guys. But then when they get out of there, they don't have the planning and executive function to manage that themselves. And so they become extremely chaotic and their lives fall apart. And you see this in prisons as well. It's institutionalization, right? They do very well within the institute, but they don't direct things very well themselves. And the analogy here is that in a sense, Nazism, where this group culture kind of created an institutionalization for a society where it's look, we've done all the decision making for you. How easy is that? And how hard would it be to do all of this yourselves? And it's just kind of that's really interesting to see that an interesting kind of argument or presentation of why people would see the appeal to kind of cults or these intense political kind of belongings. It's an interesting book, and it's written in the time period of the 60s, so it's a really nostalgic kind of thing for me. When I was younger, I read so many of the Archies, and so it's just really nostalgic kind of reading about that time period. I'm really enjoying it. I've read so many good books this year. All right, I'm gonna go to rock climbing and then off to Eric's concert, and I'm bringing my book, so I hope that there's lights at this club for me to read in. I'm on a rock. I'm honestly a little nervous about this. It's been too long. It's been 3 weeks. Ah! That purple route is so fun, but so hard. Okay, I haven't climbed in 3 weeks. Don't judge me. And I feel like that CM Punk interview where he's like, I'm old and I'm tired. That's going okay, but it's been a while. Okay, I'm usually not intimidated by the name of routes, but this one, the T-Nutonator 3000, why is it called that? It wasn't that nuts, it was just an intimidating name. It wasn't that nuts, it was just an intimidating name. Clock, time to climb a rock. Right downtown, heading to Eric's concert. There is no one here. There's no traffic, there's no people. This is crazy, because I like work downtown, I'm always down here when it's busy. This is like tripping me out, man. Nobody. Okay, I stayed for half of the show. This is too late. I'm too old for this. You're not too old. I just have too disorganized of a sleep schedule. But man, it was fun. Eric's such a good bassist. It's so, I know I said it a million times on the vlog, but I'm gonna say it again. I love seeing my friends and family do cool artistic things. Like when Oz has his Twitch, Eric has his band. I love that stuff. Love it so much. I need to go eat a sandwich and go to bed. Okay, kind of funny moment from the concert is like, I'm sitting kind of like, I always like to go to the front to like watch the bands, but I also want to stay out of the mosh pit. So I like go kind of to the corner. And so I'm there and there's like this other guy there. And he's, there's like a bunch of like teenagers moshing. And he's like looking at them and he's like, ah, yes. And he like adjusts his glasses. And it was just such a like, oh yes, I remember when I could mosh kind of vibe. It was so funny. Oh man, that was a good time. Man, Dead Shoot Earth, really good band. They did really good. All right, bedtime snack time. Controversial, I don't know if this is a controversial opinion. This nut, I don't know what it's called. This is the worst nut. All the other nuts are better.